Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Well, good morning and thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Stewart. Hope you're having a good start to your Wednesday. And Justine, it's a good thing Halloween fell yesterday.
Yeah.
Kids able to get out last night, stay dry.
Well, the weather wasn't too bad.
No, it was a little chilly, but not bad. But
yeah.
Man, this morning we're already seeing rain, we're already seeing snow. And starting now, we've been talking all week, but starting now through Sunday, several rounds of rain, snow moving in, and cold temperatures as well. So we have a lot to get into this morning. Let's take a look at your weather headlines for today. Yeah, active weather arrives. We've been talking about that along with cold temperatures and travel impacted, and it's already starting to be impacted this morning. And I'll have a picture to show you here in a little bit, but the high elevation passes over the divide is already getting snow sticking to the roads there. Rain and snow Wednesday through Saturday like we talked about. Temperatures ranging from the upper 20s to low 40s, and then heavy mountain snow is expected as well. Here's your Wednesday forecast. Rain and snow showers with 40 in Missoula, 39 with morning snow and afternoon rain and snow in Kalispell, mostly rain in Hamilton. We'll see rain and snow showers and 39 in Polson.
Governor Steve Bullock and state lawmakers have been discussing how to address the state's budget shortfall of more than $200 million, but time running out. On a deadline to come up with a solution, MTN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison gives us the latest on this developing story.
It's been 2 months since Governor Steve Bullock announced the state budget has a $227 million hole and that it needs to be filled by a combination of spending cuts and something else. But with the budget clock ticking away, neither the governor nor state legislators have come forth with a detailed plan on how to resolve the crisis. The Bullock administration outlined more than $200 million in spending cuts in early September that he can make himself. Then the Democratic governor said he doesn't want to cut that deep and that the Republican-controlled legislature needs to meet in special session to approve budget transfers and tax increases to minimize the cuts. Bullock, however, has yet to outline a specific proposal. That's frustrating leaders of the GOP legislature.
We need to see a very specific set of reductions in spending. We then need time to react to that and put together our plans depending on whatever he has done. And it takes time to do that.
In just 4 weeks, the state must make a big monthly payment to public schools. Bullock has said if lawmakers don't meet by then to generate some more money, there's not enough cash in the state treasury to cover it. Democratic House Minority Leader Jenny Eck says the governor and key lawmakers have held numerous meetings to find a solution they think a majority of the legislature will pass.
Because we have been pushing and pushing and pushing for months for a solution here, and it is absolutely beyond time to come up with one. And you know, the governor has been at the table, we're at the table, we are absolutely looking to reach an agreement. It is absolutely critical that we do.
The discussion include liquor taxes, rental cars, and lodging. But when asked what the final proposal might be or when it will be made public, Bullock's office says negotiations are ongoing and fluid. If a special session is to happen in November, Governor Bullock will have to pull the trigger very soon. But as of Tuesday, still no word on when or if that's going to happen. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
The governor has the power to call lawmakers back into session and outline the agenda. Senator Jon Tester wants answers from FEMA administrators while he met with the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee to talk about what went wrong in a controversial deal made with Whitefish Energy to restore power to the hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico area. Despite the contention, FEMA says that not $1 of the agency's money has been used to pay Whitefish Energy Holdings, but Puerto Rico authorities are asking them to pay $10 million for the power restoration efforts done so far. That leaves it unclear how the young company will be reimbursed for the nearly month of work it has completed, considering the island's government and utility authorities both filed for bankruptcy this year. The contract, signed in late September, called for an initial $3.7 million payment, followed by reimbursement of up to $300 million for completed satisfactory work. FEMA Administrator Brock Long says his agency would not have signed off on the contract had they been made aware of it. Senator Jon Tester responded, questioning the judgment to hire Whitefish Energy.
I've been in office 132 days. For 70 of those days, we've been actively responding to Harvey, Irma, Maria, and the extraordinary California wildfires as well. Each one of these events that I just spoke of could truly be catastrophic events, standalone events, but they happen in rapid succession of 25-day period, which is obviously unprecedented.
That I should be tickled pink that they gave a contract to a company in Montana, but as you look at the situation, 2 people, been in business 2 years, never done disaster work before. What kind of people are on this board?
Major General Donald Jackson with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says during the session that the island's financial situation meant utility companies were hesitant to engage out of concern they would not be paid, and that's when they struck the agreement with Whitefish. The threat of the proposed state budget cuts are starting to have trickle-down impacts on local agencies. MTN's Augusta McDonald joins us now with more.
There is a lot that's still unknown about what will happen next with the current budget shortfall facing the state. What we do know now is that some agencies are taking action to eliminate funding for programs already on the chopping block before official budget cuts are even being made by lawmakers or the governor. The Foster Child Health Program is a collaboration between Providence Medical Center, Missoula City County Health Department, and Child and Family Services. They received surprise notice on Friday that half of their funding, which comes from the state, was ending effective immediately.
What we were really surprised was to learn that the funding was cut in advance of that decision actually being made. We didn't expect that. We're partway into our fiscal year. We have kids on caseloads that need to be served.
That's 50 to 60 cases that these healthcare providers work together on to provide critical services to vulnerable kids.
Very important program that we have to really ensure that not only the foster child health needs are met, their medical, vision, dental, and any special needs they may have, but also it's a support for foster families when they have children come into their home that they don't know their medical history. That public health nurse visiting the home really allows a resource for the foster parent that also stabilizes placements in a very positive way for children.
Grossberg says all 3 partners have a financial investment, so the program can continue as long as the health providers can piece together a way to fill the $65,000 gap left by CFSD eliminating this funding.
Maybe lower some of the intensity of the visits with the kids. We'll be looking at if there's any private partners that wish to support it and get us through this time. We wait for the decisions. What we're not going to do is abandon the children.
This program has coordinated and provided the health care needs for 600 foster care kids in Missoula County since 2011. There's no word yet from Governor Bullock or the legislature about whether there may be a special legislative session to address budget shortfalls. Until then, $105 million worth of funding for Department of Public Health programs like this one are waiting to hear whether they will be able to continue their work with Montana's most vulnerable populations. Reporting in Missoula, I'm Augusta McDonald for MTN News.
This funding cut also eliminates similar services for foster kids in Yellowstone and Cascade counties. It is time now to send it on over to Lewis. He's got your weather on the 8s this morning.
All right, thank you, Justine. Good morning, everyone. Waking up with some rain and snow showers falling around western Montana. Also some warmer temperatures than what we have been seeing. So as we take a look at our current temperatures, 54 in Hamilton, we're at 50 in Sula, 41 in Missoula, much warmer than where we were yesterday morning at this time. 39 Polson, 33 in Kalispell, 32 Seeley Lake. This is where we're seeing the snow falling. You head further south into these 40s and 50s, and that's where we're seeing the rain falling for most of the day today. So a quick look at your Doppler radar. Here we go. Some rain showers in the valleys as you head up north towards Kalispell. We have a rain-snow mixture around Missoula. Most of that, though, is falling as a light rain shower as you head into the valleys and then head towards the east. The divide. This is what we've been talking about. You head in those high elevation passes, getting some heavy snow there. Already starting to see snow-covered roadways. Check out this picture. This is from McDonald Pass this morning. Look at the roads there. You can see already it looks like a couple inches of snow falling. This is going to continue to fall throughout the morning, so we're going to see conditions worsen, and we're also going to see the snow and blowing snow as well. So if you are traveling, especially over those high mountain passes today, keep an eye on these road conditions and give yourself some extra time if you do have to do some traveling. Here's your Wednesday temperature outlook for Kalispell. Let me back out of the way so you can see this. Notice we're going to stay mostly in the 30s in northwestern Montana. Snow this morning with a rain-snow mixture as we roll into the afternoon time. Head a little bit further south towards Missoula. We're going to see a rain-snow mix possible this morning, then turning into some light rain by the afternoon time, with temperatures making it up into the lower 40s. And then a little bit warmer in Hamilton. It's going to take a little bit longer for that rain and snow to move further south. So we're going to see more clouds this morning, maybe a light rain shower, then rain building in more steadily during the afternoon time, with temperatures making it up into the lower 40s there in Hamilton. Here's your 7-day forecast for Missoula. 40 today, good chance of rain and snow showers. Then we'll see 39 tomorrow with about a 50% chance of a rain-snow mix. Then another system brings us a better chance of rain and snow Friday and into the weekend. Kalispell, pretty much snow all throughout the weekend. 39 today, then snow showers Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Most of the snow tomorrow is going to fall in northwestern Montana. So 44, we'll see rain showers today. Just a 30% chance of a rain-snow mix in Hamilton tomorrow. Then again, bringing in more rain as another system rolls in starting Friday.
Messy forecast. I'd rather be up north, but it's just going to snow.
I know. I'd rather it be all snow. If you want to see that, higher elevations, or yeah, like you mentioned, head
up
north.
there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Lewis. And stick around. We're right back after this. But first, here's some birthdays for you this morning.